Welcome everybody to another Monster Mash, where we are testing out a monster or a creature that I have built for Pathfinder 2nd Edition with a group of my buddies. I am your ever humble host and GM, Jake, BB, Big Brother, whatever you want to call me. And I am joined today by 4 regulars, we'll call them. One of them's semi-regular. He used to be regular, he fell out of being a regular, but he's been returning to us. So, first on the docket, we have none other than Decaf. Decaf, how you doing?
Doing okay. How about yourself?
Oh, good. Good. Who are we playing tonight?
So it's been a while. You had this character in a campaign forever ago now. I'm bringing in Scarlet. She is a thief rogue. I've gone through a little bit of remastering her, if you will. She's no longer a Dampier as she used to be. We're actually just doing a standard human.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I should have asked. I hope. Are you very reliant on bleed with this build?
No, I am not.
Okay, good. Because I think I remember that being a little bit part of the Dampier, but it's like that might be problematic here.
Yep, nope. Should be good.
Just continuing in alphabetical order, we have Dinnerman,
Hello, I am playing.
an abomination.
I'm not playing Bob the Builder. I'm playing Cliff the Contractor.
An affront
For
to
some
God.
reason, they made Bob look like that, and it's terrible. But
It
I'm
is.
playing the Civic Wizardry Wizard because once they announced they were remastering the Wizard schools, I was like, that's really interesting. Rather than like, you're good at this one kind of magic. It's like, no, you're like a public servant. I'm like, hey, that's really cool.
Yeah. You know what? We actually have a player that I think if he ever comes back, he might have to switch his wizard around to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sick.
Hey, welcome to Hobo Boy and Trashy Worm joining the stream. So our next player is our semi-regular, our returning regular used to be, Larry, my good old buddy Larry. Larry, I'm worried about showing your character art on stream, but I'll go ahead and do so. Who are you playing?
She's been on it before. I'm playing Amazon from Dragon's Crown, I believe.
I would not know.
Yeah, it was a game. It was a video game, and for one of the tests, we all decided that we would play a character from that game. So I'm just bringing her back.
Yep. That was a good
Yep,
time.
she's a human barbarian. We'll see if I remember how to play her.
Excellent. And then, last certainly not least, we have Shy. Shy,
Hello.
would you like to introduce your character, or?
Yeah. Today I am playing a bird.
Okay. Bird.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Burb is a Phoenix Bloodline sorcerer.
Of course he is.
And he will rain terror upon his enemies.
We'll see about that. Well, excellent. You 4 are adventurers, and you've actually been asked to head into the remnants of an old facility. This facility is part of a bygone civilization that collapsed at some point, and people are looking at tearing it down and building like a proper village here. Someplace that, people can live. However, in the past, other attempts to do so have led to some casualties and stuff. As such, just to make sure it's all safe, you 4 have been dispatched to investigate this place first. Now, you have actually discovered a few things investigating here. You've discovered the presence of living machinery. Furthermore, you've done a little bit of research with some of the stuff you found, and you know that you can target certain components and pieces of these machines to disable them. Didn't mean to show you all that. And you know that there is a machine here, a sort of spider-like machine, that has a sort of like a... You are able to disable its webbing if you target the right component. So, with that established, our party creeps into the into a sort of large room here that is dominated by a sort of central structure. Despite this, so this area is like open to the sky and everything like that. There are walls around it. But as you enter, you might see something. Let me make a little roll here. All right. Does that beat anybody's perception DC?
Does
Yeah.
beat mine.
Does not
By
beat Cliff's?
1.
Beats yours by 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Scarlet, does that beat yours?
Meat beats, right?
Is
Yep.
a success on the dot.
Okay. Then you guys see only a brief scuttling of something along the this sort of like raised area up here before we all roll for initiative.
I'm assuming I couldn't do battle cry.
You don't see an
'Cause I
enemy,
couldn't see it.
unfortunately. Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
Oh wait. Let me. I did that wrong. I am changing that to that because it successfully was sneaking around. There we go. Okay. So, let's go ahead. And you know what? I didn't give you guys time to adjust. If you want to shift your party around at all, maybe not have the wizard right up front, feel free to do so now. I would like you guys around this area, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin the encounter. Now, if you guys can believe it,
Mm-hmm.
I rolled high enough to go first.
Wait, what?
So, first thing I'm going to try to do,
Don't do that.
I'm
All
going
I
to do...
request is that you don't have something that eats me.
Don't look.
I don't have the swallow hole ability on this creature. I'm going to
Delightful.
attempt... I'm going to use 2 actions, and I'm going to attempt an athletics check. Here we go. Okay. Athletics check is good. So suddenly, springing from atop this this sort of like outer perimeter of the structure, a vast 4-legged robot springs into the air and comes crashing down right next to Amazon and Cliff. This creature is covered in a blue sort of exoskeleton. You can see tubing running from his canister inserted into its abdomen, and its forelimbs and jaws are wickedly bladed. They almost seem to be serrated. The creature in question has multiple blue eyes that turn red as they land upon you, and it looks like this.
Ooh.
Mm.
I thought you said 4.
That's really cool.
I said multiple eyes.
No, I thought you said 4 limbs.
Oh no. If I said 4, I meant 4 sets of limbs.
Ugh.
So, as it lands, because it's using an ability here called Predatory Leap.
Oh no.
So I need each of you that it landed adjacent to give me a reflex save. As it slams into the ground, and you can see like here this almost springing like boing sound as it lands, as something seems to cushion its fall a little bit. Okay.
Ew.
Well, my bird's about to die.
Falls prone on my shoulder.
Oh Lord.
The bird loses its perch and falls prone.
Directly onto the ground. Just Quack! The bird's not usually ready for things to come at it.
Now, normally, it would only be able to make one strike here. However, if the Trapweaver is above the destination of its long jump when it takes this action, such as due to being on a ceiling, it can make 2 strikes instead of 1 as part of this action. However, I gotta be honest, it is a robot. I don't think it takes notice of a bird that has fallen over on a person's shoulder, and is perhaps a slightly more concerned about the other 2 individuals. So,
Let's go.
as part of its action here, it is going to start with a Fang Strike on Cliff. Alright, 34 is going to get you for 24 points of damage. And then I need you to give me a Fortitude save.
Christ, it never stops.
Nope.
This is my best save, so probably die instantly.
Alright,
I
success.
did it.
Next, Amazon. It's gonna... you see, like, it lands heavy, just slams into the ground. Quick just bite at Cliff. Then it turns its head towards you and strikes out again, making a Fang Strike at you. Let's see what we got. Alright, that is gonna be a hit for 28 points of damage. And I would like a Fortitude save from you as well. Natural 20. Okay. It has 1 action remaining. It's going to use that final action to strike with one of its claws. Doesn't have reach. I could swing at the bird. I don't feel like it would target the bird yet. I think it's going to swing at Cliff. This is attack number 3, but this is agile. So it just gets you.
Yeah.
Ooh, minimum damage, 13.
Beautiful.
Alright. That is the start of its turn. Burb, you're prone
has
on
fallen for my trap.
Cliff the contractor's shoulder.
All right. Well, how do I want to go about? Oh, wow. Ooh, actually, I think I know exactly what I want to do.
Okay.
How big is this cone? 15. Perfect. All right. Well, this little bird, he's gonna stand himself up.
One action.
Probably regret it in the process.
Okay. No reactions.
Oh, good. We love that for me. That doesn't mean he doesn't have it, but again, the bird's not a threat. Perfect. He's fallen for his trap. And tell me, BB,
Yes.
knowing that I'm in the back here, could I do a 15-foot cone, kind of like originating either from this corner or from like in this square, going up?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. Essentially being able to hit Cliff, Amazon, Scarlet,
Your entire
and the
party?
Trapweaver.
Oh, yeah.
Literally just hit everything.
Yeah, because I mean, you're in his square, so I would assume it would just look like a standard cone.
Mhm.
Sorry, it needs to be down here. And then, whoops.
Beautiful.
Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
Cool. Then in that case, that's exactly what I'm going to do. As
Okay.
I am going to cast Rejuvenating Flames. AKA, for those,
Oh.
I can't rotate.
That is a very cool focus spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix Bloodline, man. I can't wait till the day it's actually remastered.
I feel that.
Feel free to pull the Rejuvenating Flames effect onto yourself. And then, yeah, reflects perfect half damage. Bonk. I believe Sorceress Potency does take effect onto this. Let me double check.
Focus spells, it should, yeah. I think it
Yeah.
applies to focus spells.
Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba. whenever you cast a spell from spell slots.
Then I don't think that would apply to
I'm
focus
thinking
spells.
no, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Because had that been the case, you guys would have healed more as well. But oh well. Haba! 17 fire, half of that to the Trapweaver.
Okay.
And
As it hits by the fire, it roars in pain. Whoops. There we go.
Whoa! Uh-oh. It does. I always do this to myself.
Cybernetic
about to not
eyes
like the
glow a
bird.
deeper red, focusing upon this tiny burb as it releases a gout of flame.
Ah, crap. And then everyone else in the cone who has taken some damage will heal for 17.
Very cool.
So you can just click. Oh, wait. I guess heal's not on there, but that's unfortunate. But yeah, so you and Amazon both heal for 17, and that is my turn because I had to stand up.
Nicely done. All right, Scarlet.
Oh.
So you said we know about machines and how to rip and tear at their components. Is that right?
Yep.
Beautiful. Then I am going to start off with Scarlet exuding an aura of just pure bane against this machine.
Ooh, okay. Trying to bane my machine. Let's see what we got here.
Yep.
Success.
Ah,
It's going to be a
alright.
success.
I'll try again next round. Cool. Then, following that, I am going to cast another spell
Okay.
while I have the opportunity to. As I'm just going to continue to eye this thing up and down and see, what are you good at? What is your greatest strength? You look very dexterous, but you're also made of metal, so you could be strong.
Mhm.
Let's just not deal with that. As we cast the Jealous Hex.
Oh, you have some similarities to this thing.
Oh no.
Okay, so it's going to attempt a will save.
Yep. No matter what.
Ooh. Man, too bad I didn't roll that for your bane.
It's all good.
I mean, I guess it takes... Ooh. It's got some tied abilities.
Yep, so it would be its choice on which one it would want to take the hit to.
Okay, it's going to want to take that hit.
Oh my. But that would be all three of my actions.
Okay. Alright, that is going to bring us to Amazon. So, the burb unleashes a cone of flame, torching this machine. Scarlet turns some other dark magic against it, and you see it get it sort of sags a little bit. Its steps don't seem quite as strong as they once were.
Alrighty
What
then.
would you like to do?
Did you say if we were unarmed or armed?
You guys can be armed. I feel like that's... You were going in here possibly looking for a threat.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't add the spells to it.
I don't know how to.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to, because it starts off as a great axe, my weapon, but it said that I was holding my maul.
It looks like your great
Well-
axe is functional.
Okay.
It's got
Wanna
the
make sure
attack
that-
roll and everything available to it.
Okay. Cool. I will do a rage.
Ooh, okay. Amazon flies into a fury. 14 temp HP. Don't like that.
And then I'm gonna try to do a sudden leap.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you trying to like leap over it?
Yeah, I want to see, like, could I try to land over here?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start with an athletics check for that.
Okay. Oops. Skills. Oh, proficiency, sorry. You said athletics?
Yes. Yep.
Alright. Sorry. Oh.
31. Okay, so yeah, very easily. You vault over this spider, and you're able to land here, at which point you can make a strike, and you will be flanking it.
Oh, the sheath. That's how you get rid of that.
Hmm.
Okay. There we go. Oof.
Unfortunately, with that low roll, even with it off guard, that is going to be a miss. Which brings us to Cliff.
Well, I was gonna move, but I don't know if anyone else can give flanking. Well, everyone else can give flanking, I guess. First action.
Not Burb.
Recall knowledge. What's this guy's
Burb cannot.
freaking weakest save?
Go ahead and, I mean, this might be right up your alley. A crafting check is probably going to be your best bet.
Would maybe engineering lore work well?
Ooh, yeah, I think that'd be at a lower DC.
Good, because it's only plus 18. Wait, is that better? It's a 4 difference. But at lower DC, sure. No one ever uses the lores, so let's go ahead.
I'll give you a very easy DC for it. Success.
Awesome.
It's Lois, the Trapweaver, a
Mhm.
mechanical spider that is able to rotate its venoms around. Its low save is Will.
Awesome. Oh, I guess it'd be a separate one to know. Well, it's a matter of if the spell has like mental or anything. Okay, will is its lowest. I'm not going to do that one. Does this have mental? Emotion. Okay, that probably won't work on a Wobot. Will. Also mental. I mean,
Most will saves, I imagine, are going to be
yeah.
mental.
All of the ones I have say mental. So,
I mean, you don't know it's immune to mental.
I don't know that. But
Is
it is a robot.
If it helps,
Hmm.
my Bane spell has the mental trait, as well as my Jealous Hex.
I don't
believe-
see mental on Jealous Hex, but
Oh,
you are
sorry, yeah,
right
no.
about Bane.
But Bane definitely. I'm looking at my other one, which is mental as a focus spell. Sorry, but yes.
You were merely adopted by the poison. Okay, it's already enfeebled. Okay, I will not waste any more time. I will use this spell. Oh, 30-foot cone. I can do that and not hit. Yeah, I can do that and not hit. Here. Oh, maybe I can't. Shoot, no, I can't. So we're not doing that one. So I'm gonna cast Confusion on it. Maybe
Okay.
what Confuse does. I see if they succeed. Never mind. Ignition. Take this, fucker.
Okay. I was going to say, confusion might not be the most useful.
You could do melee ignition?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
deals
know
more
that.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can choose. Well, it's the
And
same.
since it's
It'd be
melee, it
20
benefits from
still
flank.
anyway. Oh,
It
okay, we're
changes
doing
them
melee.
to D6s.
Yeah, we're doing melee.
So go ahead and roll your attack, and because it's melee, you'll get the benefit of flanking. Which means you hit, because it is off guard from flanking.
Let's go. All right. What is this? Scaling persistent. That's only a critical, so it doesn't matter. Roll 7d6. That's crazy. Take that.
Take that. Okay. So all that damage goes through. It shrieks in pain. And it knows what it must do.
Wait, huh? That was much higher than the other one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it has weakness to fire, and now the two things that dealt fire damage to it are standing in the same square, so this might not be pleasant.
the first fire was 17, but it only took 3 extra fire
Because it took
damage.
half damage.
Yeah, but it also
Oh,
half-
okay.
Yeah.
I forgot how math works. That's all 3.
Okay. Should have moved.
I
Alright.
could not.
I am going to spend an action to do something. You see, so in the picture, I'm going to show it to you guys again. You see that sort of like canister on its back?
Mm-hmm.
You see
Yeah.
that shift colors. It sort of like burbles and bubbles, and it shifts colors from green to a sort of blue.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That is one action. It's then going
Bird
to
now has the
spend
fascinated condition.
Mm-hmm.
going to spend another action to make a strike at Cliff with its fangs. These large, biting sort of mandibles come sinking, striking towards your flesh. And fortunately, you are a squishy wizard.
Yeah.
21 points of damage due to the enfeebled. And I need you to give me a save.
Thankfully, I have a bonus to this because of the fire thing.
I personally hope you fail,
Rejuvenating flames.
but yes, you do have a bonus. Okay,
Well, there you go.
so here's what happens. First, you take 2d8 poison damage, for a total of 9. Then, it says clumsy, but you don't become clumsy. Instead, as his venom sinks into you, your thoughts grow dull, your mind becomes slower, because it has tailored its toxin to inflict stupefied.
Okay.
Whoops.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Then, for its third and final action, but its second attack, it's going to take aim at Scarlet. So it rises up on sort of like its rear legs. Its abdomen sort of juts forward, and it fires webbing at Scarlet.
God. Please no.
I am not rolling well.
Take it.
All right, that is going to be a miss, which does bring us to Burb.
Wonderful.
Don't worry, you're next. You're on my list.
Burb feels no fear yet. Oh, sorry, I can't take myself seriously. Anyways, I think we have some fun with this and try to deliberately go after it a little more.
Okay.
And in a similar vein, I think Burb wants to target that that little vial on the top of it.
Certainly. You want to go for the components. Okay.
But first, I got to get in close.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I guess. Okay, I don't have to. That's if I want to go melee.
For the more damage, yeah.
It's already taking from a. Ooh. Nah, we'll just ignition from a distance. All right.
Okay.
Burb is going to fly into the air with a
Between-
movement speed of 25 feet.
Okay.
A fly speed, sorry.
Yep.
So we're going to go 10 feet this way and like 10 feet up.
Okay. So you're flying like alongside the wall there?
Yeah, I guess it'd be probably more like here, huh?
Sure.
And then what? 10? There we go. 10
Cool.
feet flying. Probably
Nice.
because like a double diagonal is my head, so.
Okay.
All right. And then ignition down upon this spidery thing that
And you said you
I
wanted
do
to
not like.
you wanted to aim for like that venom thing you saw on its back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is certainly an option.
All right. Here is an ignition.
Let's see if you
Oh,
can
it's over
hit
there.
it.
Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, goodness.
Goodness golly gosh.
Doing all the things. I rolled so
Oh,
low.
You did. That is going to be a
What
miss.
do I was going to say, do I do what as I always do?
Probably. You never
Spend
know if you'll
candy.
get another chance.
Why not?
Yeah.
I like candy.
Much better
Well.
roll. Unfortunately, your attempt to strike at this specific part of it, you instead only get a glancing blow off of its like outer carapace as it swings its abdomen around, trying to battle against these other adversaries. But
I wonder how this will work.
it does seem to spare a few eyes in your direction.
I wonder why.
Scarlet, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So at the start of my turn, you are allowed to make a will save to end the Jealous Hex effect.
Ah, okay. Let's see here. Here we go.
D27.
Natural 1.
Oh, all right.
Does that make
We
it
will
any
continue
worse? Or
Let's see here.
Trashy
No, it just
Worm,
says to end the effect on a success. It doesn't say
Okay.
it gets any worse. So yeah.
Trashy Worm says that ignition was a warning shot.
The shot heard.
Darn
the
straight.
World. All right, so with that, then I will do my first action to sustain Bane to re-up it again.
Okay.
Try and push that save here. I'll just throw that back into chat.
Well, now. So I will say. I don't think he makes a new save because it says.
Wasn't yet affected though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was he not affected last turn?
Correct. I affected him with the Jealous Hex, but not the Bane.
Oh,
Because
but
he
it-
made the
Since he
save.
succeeded last turn.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, attempt another saving throw. Okay, that does, yeah, you're correct. Did they change that in the remaster? Because I thought it was one or done.
I believe that is a yes, because I
Okay.
remember Bane not being great, and
Right.
now it is much better.
That is a huge boon to it. Okay, wow. I mean, you have to sustain it to get the effects, and there you go, you got the failure.
Finally. With that, I will then attempt to move and tumble through to get through this
okay.
guy's space. So that is an acrobatics check.
And that is
Here
going to be against
is-
his reflex DC. Alright,
Yes,
you
sir.
see all these spider, as it's, it's turning around, these legs are, they're sort of like stabbing the ground. It looks like a dangerous spot to try to tumble through.
Yep, it's not great, but we're gonna try.
That
36.
is that is a success. It's
Awesome.
close. It's closer than you'd like it to be.
Phew. All right. Well, then I get over here,
Okay.
and then I will quickly point out. Let me pull it back up here, because we have things now. For the sake of my party members, I have. Where are you? Oh, it's under skills, isn't it? Or feats. There we are. Scroll down, scroll down. It is. Wait, where did it go? Oh, it's my general feat. Here we are. Level 11. Tumbling Teamwork.
Ooh.
When you successfully tumble through an enemy space, an ally who is adjacent to that enemy can step as a reaction, but you have to remain adjacent
Oh.
to the enemy. So if anybody wants to take advantage of a step, you may. But that's not important right now. What's important is, as I tumble around, I'm also going to then attempt a dirty trick and try and take this thing's legs out from under it.
Okay.
Here
So
is
this
my thievery
is
check.
against reflex DC.
Yep.
That unfortunately will be a failure.
Alrighty. That is all three of my actions, though.
Nice. Very fun. Lots of a very fun debuffing martial character. So with some
Yeah.
magic in there.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon.
I'm assuming this thing can't really be intimidated.
You've seen mind stuff affecting it.
Oh. Alrighty
It does seem to have a mind.
then. Okay. I do have what's it called? Intimidating glare.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to do that.
Sure.
Is it just a intimidation? Remind me how to do this again.
Yep, just an intimidation check, and it will be against my will DC.
Alrighty.
I'm not sure if there's a way you can target that as a player. Ooh, wow. That is a critical success. My poor thing is just getting all the debuffs.
I think there is. I think if you in actions, if you put demoralize and use the skill check that's in there, it will compare it to their stuff.
Gotcha. All right, so you give a glare at this thing, and you send a chill into its cybernetic heart.
Sweet. Could I aim at a component?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's one action, right?
It's part of a strike.
Oh, part of a strike. So.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do that.
So obviously you've seen the toxic canister. Is there any? I don't think there's any other components you really know about. So is that what you're? I assume that's what you're targeting.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. It is frightened 2, off
Whoops.
guard, feigned.
Yep.
Fortunately, it evades your attack nimbly, deftly dodges out of the way. It skitters away from you, frightened, terrified of you, really.
Yes, fear
go
me,
for
bug.
it.
Fear me.
Go for a second hit.
Okay. Attack number 2, action number 3. Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
Because of the debuffs, that hits its component. Go ahead and give me damage.
All right. I think this is right.
Okay. Your axe slams into the canister, and while you don't destroy it, you do strip away the sort of like metallic covering encasing it and kind of protecting it. And it is damaged, but not yet broken.
For sure.
Cliff, that brings us to your turn.
All right. Like Burb said, there was the warning shot, and now it's the actual shot. I'm curious how this works.
I have a -4 to AC to Cliff
Yeah,
and
you do.
Amazon.
It's not even the fire. I'm gonna cast Disintegrate on that thing.
Ooh, on the thing, on the
On the back
Trapweaver?
thing.
Ooh, on the,
On
okay,
the,
you're targeting the component.
Yeah, so I'm curious, since this is an item, if an object. I don't know, it's not an unattended object. Regardless, here comes the attack. Take.
Take
Oh,
this.
before I do that.
And you know what? I did forget. Because the way I rework components is that half the damage does also go to the Trapweaver, so I gotta apply that damage to it. Oh boy.
Thank God. Thank God.
Oh,
Okay.
that's your stupefied. Okay.
Yeah, that's
good.
my pleasure. Okay, cool. Oh! I saw the green on Frightened. I'm like,
Yeah, nope. It stopped it from
Alright.
being a critical failure. But that is still a
so
miss.
Then my last action, I will cast Shield. Cool. I love
Okay.
those high numbers for fucking nothing.
Okay. Let's start off your round 3 with a Fortitude save from Cliff Jumper, or from Cliff the Contractor. Alright. Unfortunately for me, you are no longer envenomed.
Alright, cool.
I am going to spend an action. So suddenly, you hear like this like whirring sound, and you see like you hear this followed by this sort of crackling, and you see electricity, like just coursing along its fangs, sort of like you see sparks of it leaping between the prongs of it, as it uses Electrify. Then, I'm going to try to be a little bit evil. I'm going to target Burb. Because I want to be a bird-eating Goliath spider. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to web you.
Well, hold on now. Wait a minute.
Even with Frightened 2, that looks like a hit. So,
Am I webbed to the wall? What's happening here?
No, our
I
party
guess
leader.
technically you are webbed to the wall. Nearest surface. Yep. I forgot that it stuck you to the nearest surface. I was so looking forward to you just being like cocooned and webbing, and thus not being able to use the fly action and dropping on your turn.
See, I have a plan for that, but
However,
that's besides the point.
you are immobilized, and I do deal 4 points of electricity damage to you.
Oh!
Because it
Wait,
electrified its webbing.
Oh, all of its strikes. Okay.
So the web trap is also a strike. Ooh, okay, smart.
Then... God, I've got options. The Amazon has hit me once. Scarlet hasn't hit me at all. But you've hit me with fire.
And I'm sure that disintegrate looked real scary.
Yeah.
Fear me, bug.
Okay. I guess Burb is
He says from behind the
technically
web.
within reach. Right? Because, like, this is a large creature. And
Yeah,
you're
I
in
believe
the
I still am.
Yeah, you're in the square adjacent to it. So you know what? We're gonna try to spread the love a little bit. I hope you have you don't have the bonus on your fortitude. I mean, it doesn't know that. It just notices you spewing fire at it. So have a fang strike. That'll hit you for 27 points of damage. And from you,
I'm under 100. How dare you?
I'm going to need a fortitude save. I'm annoyed
All
that
right.
Frighten reduces the DC of my poison. It is. I get it. It is weird. I don't like that Frighten reduces the DC of my poison. Because that means that is a success. But, you know what? I did forget, in addition to that 27 damage, you are going to take another
Oh, yep.
4 electricity damage. But that, unfortunately, is my turn. I could not get the poison off on you. And that brings us to your turn.
All right. I am going to attempt to escape because I physically can't do anything else.
Mhm.
So I'm going to make a beak strike at the web.
Oh, okay. Try to peck your way free.
Yes, because I completely forgot to invest into anything else when I only had one additional skill point that I was able to spend with my -1 intelligence. So I don't have acrobatics or athletics.
Fair. Hobo Boy points out, he just mentions he has no idea how or why it would lower the venom. It doesn't make sense in the greater sort of like scheme of things.
No, it doesn't. But
Frighten just lowers
rules is
all
written.
your checks and DCs.
No, I think Trashy Worm said it perfectly. The poison got scared too.
It's
I
either
mean,
that
one
or
of my
performance
main issues. One of my main issues with it is if you poison a creature beforehand. And you know what? This is more of a Foundry thing than anything else. But if Cliff was still poisoned, his DC to save against the poison would be lower because of the Trapweaver becoming frightened after he had poisoned Cliff.
Well, let's say if that's a Foundry thing. For me, if that happened with me, I would just run it that it's the original DC.
Right,
Because that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of one of those that's like, it rules is written. It's kind of just stuck as is. But in an actual game, especially, you could absolutely like house rule it to make sense.
Yeah.
And most players would even agree. Like, yeah, if I was originally fighting, let's say 21, just off the cuff DC, I'm not
But
going
yeah,
to
I
suddenly
am-
have a lower DC just because it's frightened now.
I do just think I don't know. I always think there should be a caveat like this does not affect disease. This does not affect affliction DCs or something. But yeah, let's go ahead. And you know what? It's got a lower DC to get out of its web trap because it was
Oh.
scared to pin you in
Yes,
place.
okay.
So it's actually DC 31.
Nope.
Nope. You cheap as you peck at the web. You trying again?
Let me free, you foul beast!
Nope. One more action.
He's gonna use this last action to glare and stare it down.
Ooh, with an intimidation check.
No, because I can't do that. I don't think.
Okay.
But he's just gonna stare.
Okay. Scarlet.
Alrighty. Let's try and see if we can't learn some more things about this fiendish creature. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna go ahead and cast my other focus spell.
Ooh.
We're going to throw out a brain drain.
Ah, okay. Now's a good time to do so. I am frightened. Let's see how this shakes out. Unfortunately for you, I rolled a natural 20.
Aw, okay. Then I learn nothing.
It
It's fine.
learns about you. No.
No. I am a humble person. That is all. You don't need to know anything else about me. All right. Well, then, with that noted. Oh, beginning of my turn, you also still make a will save against the enfeebled from the jealous hacks.
Good call. Good call. Thank you for being honest on that. Oh, I think I'm free.
All right. Yep, that's fair. All right. No more enfeebled. But then that adjusts my choice of fight. All right. It looks like we have some tasing pincers and a canister that spews different types of venom. The canister is currently damaged but not broken.
Correct.
All right, let's go after that canister.
Okay.
So that was 2 actions for brain drain. I have 1 action left. We're gonna just make a strike.
Okay. It's not off guard to you, but it is still frightened, so it's got that penalty to AC.
Do this. Make an attempt.
Oof. Not with
Not
a 2.
with that number.
Nope.
However, I have a hero point.
There you go. Be
I've
heroic.
had one in so many of these. We're trying it.
There we go.
Well, it's better,
Ooh.
but it's against the component, so
With an only if
You're
it
so
was still
frightened.
if it was still frightened 2, that would have hit the component.
yeah. All right. Now I know. Okay, sounds good. That would be my turn.
Okay. Amazon.
I can't try to fear it again, right?
It is immune to demoralize from you specifically for 10 minutes.
Right. Okay. I wait 10 minutes.
Ah, okay. It does the same.
It's
No longer fucking my brain.
Sheesh. Well.
You want to take out the
I'm
toxin?
The component on top.
Yeah.
If I use an attack that takes 2 actions, that could count as part of it.
As long as it involves you making a strike, yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to shift into my maul,
Okay.
just to see if this does anything.
That is one action.
Yep. And then I'm going to resounding blow.
Ooh, resounding blow. What is this?
See if that does anything.
Okay. I mean, you got to target its abdomen to hit the thing, but maybe you're trying to like strike the metal hard enough that it creates a tone that like briefly deafens it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and give me that strike.
So I have this. Okay.
With it being off guard and frightened to you, that hits the component. Go ahead and give me damage.
Okay.
And so it is either going to take half damage, or if you deal enough to break the component, whatever is left over, whichever is higher.
Okay.
Ooh, good roll.
Hmm.
So let's see, half damage would be 12 damage left over after you break my toxin catalyzer, which disables my Weaver Venom. Would only be 9. So it's going to take half of that. So yeah, look at that. Actually, you know what? Here, I can do, because you disabled it, I can do... is there a strike through option? No, there's not. Oh, I thought there was.
There is, yeah. It's one of the format options.
I don't know how much. I don't know
Oh,
how
there it
much
is.
it does like traditional like HTML, but yeah, you could do like
Bam! Look at that.
sideways carrots and like strike.
Boom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Goodbye. And I'll just ignore all of the other ones because I don't know what those are.
Yep. But it is also deafened from this.
Yeah.
All right, Cliff. It is your turn.
All right, well that's dead.
You can
I'm
see.
just gonna target it with
Okay.
disintegrate because I really want to hit it with disintegrate.
Absolutely, that's understandable. And it's still frightened.
Oh, I'm not that. Okay, my fortitude's higher now. Take this, F boy. Well,
That
if I
is
had a
going
hero
to
point, I would use it.
miss.
But
If you had used a less sinful image, you'd have a hero point.
and then I will cast shield again.
Okay. It is the Trapweaver's turn. Its toxins have been disabled. It is displeased by this. So it is going to spend an action to electrify. It rounds upon the Amazon and strikes out with its fangs, pouncing upon you. Ooh. Critical hit. Striking in its rage. It will deal 48 piercing damage. And you're going to take double here, 14 electricity damage. On top of that, it gets to do its second part. If a Trapweaver deals electricity damage on a critical hit, the target becomes stunned 1. So it bites into you, its fangs seeking deep into your flesh, and as they do so, this electricity courses through your body, and you're like, you lock up briefly. It is going to use its last action to skitter the fuck out of dodge.
You said I can't move.
You are stunned 1.
Oh, that's one less action, right?
Yep, on your turn.
Okay. So could I attack of opportunity?
No, because the other part of stunned is that you can't act, which means you cannot take reactions.
Okay.
Also, real quick, the lightning damage wasn't doubled, so you take 7 more.
Oh, did I hit? Oh,
Yeah,
oops, I just hit damage.
Oh, but
damage
now
again?
that he's there, I can hit him with my targeting, my big AoE shit.
all right. That is all 3 actions between Electrify,
Thank you.
Strike, and Stride. Burb in the web.
Run from me in fear.
Now, I do want to point out, you should still be able to cast spells. You're only immobilized. You're not, like, grabbed or anything.
Oh, I thought not. I misunderstood. You had said immobilized, and I misunderstood it for the other version of grabbed.
You were thinking of restrained.
Restrained. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, mobilize doesn't even have the whole thing. Like, if it's got the manipulate trait, you have to make a flat check. That is only on grabbed or higher stuff.
Well, shoot.
Hey, no, it was instinct.
In that case,
Look at that.
do I? The temptation is so present. Okay. I think Burb wants this to fear it. Still. So I shall also follow it up with yet another disintegrate.
Okay.
Let's go. If you hit this one, I'm gonna cry forever.
And we're just targeting the Weaver itself.
Okay.
I'll adjust. Hold on. I'm gonna delete that one
This
because
bolt fires
I'm
from Burb's eyes,
gonna switch
zigzagging
it to
towards
the
Trapweaver.
Phoenix.
I don't know. I don't know why. I imagine these looking like the Omega beams. The dark side has coming from Burb's eyes.
All right, there we go. So now it'll do the Phoenix Blood magic instead.
Ooh. Okay. Not a huge fan of that, but yeah.
If I hit.
If you
Ah! Come on.
Unfortunately, that will
Bro.
not hit.
Go on. Verb! What happened to your legendary power? Now, I have a question. It was still the target of the spell.
Mm,
Can it still be affected by my blood magic? Or no?
interesting. Let's see.
Because it doesn't say.
Blood magic, blood magic. Let's see if there's anything in the blood magic. Let's see. In regards to the sorcerer, did I scroll too fast? Did bloodline? Okay, this talks about the bloodline. Whenever you cast a bloodline spell using a
if it
focus
gets to the-
point, you can choose. It offers a choice. It occurs after resolving any checks for these spell's initial effects and against a foe. Applies only if the spell is a successful attack or the foe fails its saving throw.
Okay, then that answers that. Cool. Nice and easy. Then I will grant myself 6 temp HP.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else? Or shall it be Scarlet's turn?
Since I'm not refrained from doing things, I wish I'd have realized that sooner, but oh well. We'll go ahead and do Glass Shield.
Okay. Now it's back to Scarlet.
This thing is skittering away. I don't like it skittering away. But I also don't like that it does tasering. So I need to find that like cell charger and get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna run after it. I'm actually
Okay.
gonna try and cut it off, if you will, by coming around 25, 30, 35 feet. Will get me all the way around to here.
Ooh, okay.
As I just dart up to it as
Yeah,
fast as I
you
can.
swiftly dart around it, getting into a position behind it. Maybe setting up for your allies.
Potentially. And then, yeah, I'm going to try and go after the component that causes its pincers to electrify.
Now, I will say, you haven't quite identified that component.
If
yet.
I have to make like a perception check with my second action, I'll be happy to.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
think that's a fair way to do it.
Then I will give it an attempt. Perception. Here is that. Ooh, that's only a 9.
8.
If I see nothing, I see nothing.
No, I think you see, sort of like along its underside, there seems to be some sort of charge cell that,
Interesting.
you see is like whirring and stuff. Maybe sparking a little bit.
That will be what I go after.
Okay.
Here is another unarmed strike for my third and final action.
Ooh. That is a hit.
39. Yes! And then here is all of my regular damage.
Okay. You'll notice that none of that electricity damage gets through.
Okay.
So that is 14 physical. Okay. Its cell is still running, but, you know, some of that damage gets through to it as well.
Dope. Then that is everything.
Amazon, it is your turn. You have 2 actions this turn. Also, I am no longer deafened.
I guess I'll just move up and strike.
Okay. I dig it.
Whatcha? Dope.
Unfortunately, will be a miss.
Yeah.
Rough rolls all around. Okay. That ends your turn. That does end your stun condition. As we move on to Cliff. Cliff the contractor.
Yes. Keep the mist train going. I was bummed. I'm sitting here like, damn, I really wanted to hit with Disintegrate. Too bad there's nothing I can do. Wrong! I will drain my bonded item. I already clicked it.
Ooh.
My bonded item to let me cast Disintegrate once again. But before I do that, I want to recall knowledge. Does this guy have any other weaknesses? We keep focusing fire, but maybe there's something else.
Certainly. Go ahead and give me crafting, arcana, or we can do some more engineering lore.
Oh, absolutely, engineering.
Natural 1. I didn't need to tell you that.
Electricity works well.
You think acid. Acid is the way to go.
Acid. Okay, I actually have an acid spell, but I don't want to hit my teammates. I'm gonna
I think
cast
that's a fair
acid
reason.
storm.
I think that's a fair reason not to do it.
Hit
So I'm
me.
going to restore Disintegrate, and then we will cast Disintegrate. And I'm totally gonna hit this time. No, this spell, like, it's cool in theory, but the fact that you need to hit and then it makes a fucking save, like, that's so brutal.
Yeah.
And of course, we're not gonna hit. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
so you don't
3.
have to worry about that part.
I sure don't.
My turn. Alright. So you guys have circled up around it again. You know what? It still doesn't know Amazon has a reactive strike. So it's going to do something a little goofy here. It is going to climb up the wall.
Oh, show.
So that would trigger your reactive strike this time, since you're no longer stunned, if you would like to take it.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Spiders. That's fun.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
don't
why
gotta
are we
worry about
all
that.
so bad? What the fuck?
What is happening?
This is absurd.
You then hear a brief soundbite play from it as it goes off the top rope, and it's going to use its predatory leap again and come crashing down between you two.
Thank god. I thought he was gonna come over here and fuck us up. I'm like, oh god, we're gonna die.
It could have tried that, but I think it's...
Don't be fearful, Cliff. This thing fears me.
I mean, I'll do the athletics check as a formality, but
Natural one.
the opposite, in fact.
Oh no.
All right, I need Scarlet and Amazon to give me reflex saves.
Okay. Oh, did that not? Okay, there we go.
All right, that is going to be a failure from Scarlet, which means she falls prone. And because I leapt from above you, I get 2 strikes. So, Scarlet, you've hurt me a little bit. You've debuffed me a lot. I'm not a fan of that. So,
I mean, that's fair.
I don't have any more venom, but here's a Fang Strike.
Eagle dodge. It still hits.
Yep, yep.
I was trying to shore up my AC because I'm prone.
Only 21 points of damage, and you don't have to worry
Okay.
about the poison. So the fangs come down, bite you, and then it's going to follow that up, because it doesn't have to worry about spreading its venom. It's going to follow that up with a foot strike.
Sounds good.
That'll also get you, and that'll be for 17. Nothing too
Got it.
crazy. Burb, it is your turn. What are you thinking? Trapped in the web as you
Why?
are,
Do I just follow it up
with
with yet
another.
another disintegrate? Is it worth it?
4 rounds in a row of just whiffing disintegrates. Let's do it.
How far is this? Nah, I like this more. What is that? It'd be a 5-foot radius. That would cover this entire thing.
Yeah?
I love it. All right. Another 6th rank spell.
Here we go. What you got?
I cast Flame Vortex centered on the
Ooh.
Trapweaver.
Okay. Flame Vortex. Very cool. Yep. Critical success.
Ah,
Oh,
dang it.
It springs maybe back like onto the wall very briefly, completely evading your Flame Vortex. But I guess you can just move it around next time to try to get it again. Anything else?
That was 3 actions.
Scarlet.
Alrighty. Kip up as a free action.
Darn you.
Beautiful. I love it so much. And I never have it or use it, so we'll do that. And then we're going to continue to go after that charging cell.
Okay. I didn't get to make
See if I
use of it
can-
last time because I want to do another from the top rope strike, but yeah.
Valid. Alright, making that strike. Opponent.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, that is a hit.
Beautiful.
Not a crit, but definitely a hit.
That is fair. I'll take what I can get.
Oh, actually, that would have been a hit on its flanked AC. Oh man, it is just hanging in there.
Perfect.
You think
Then we
one
will
more hit should finish
Let's
it
try
off,
again.
and it will take half that damage. Oops, I
See
did
what
that. I did that to you. I'm sorry.
Ah, I've been injured. I'm dying.
Because it is off guard, that will hit its component.
Nice. Damage.
Okay, this is interesting. So you're gonna deal. So it only had 3 health left on its component.
Sure.
So first off, that will disable the component.
Nice.
It will take the remaining 11 physical damage, and let me cross this off, and then I'll show it to you. I'll show you it's beating hot. And okay, so part of taking out the charge shell also removes its electricity resistance.
Ooh.
All right, now for
So,
the rest of you, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
it will take 13 damage. And it is now bloodied. Or no, it's not. Not yet. But it's very close. All right.
Fair.
One action remaining, I believe.
One action, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything that would be great in this instance because at this point I have gone through my spells and I have only attacks or 2 action spells. So I will
Could always use
raise
the
an
8 action.
invisible shield. Yeah, I guess I would. I can. Well,
You could aid Amazon Strike. You could aid another Disintegrate from Burb.
Burb doesn't need the help. But Cliff, on the other hand, I'll just shout out and be like, "Hey, I think it just had some electromagnetic field that was deflecting your spells. You should be good now." And attempt to aid for my last action.
Okay. Amazon.
Nice.
The real Sheeps was suggesting strike, strike, strike for your actions.
Yeah,
I mean, the temptation's always there, right?
yeah, pretty much. Another resounding blow.
Okay. Keeping it from casting any of those nasty spells it has. Even, unfortunately, even with it off guard, that is just a miss.
Second attack.
Okay. Ooh. There you go. That is a hit.
That's a big number.
Full damage, straight to the dome. Let's see it.
Bong.
Ooh. Good damage
Beautiful.
roll on there, too. Alright, it is absolutely bloodied now. And deafened.
Wait,
That
it's
was all
deafened?
3, because he used Resounding Blow for the first strike, which is 2 actions. And... Oh, wait, yeah, that missed. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, wait, am I the one lost?
Okay. All 3 actions, Cliff.
So for bond conservation, it says the last action you used was to cast a spell enabled by Drain Bonded John. It wasn't this turn, but it doesn't say the last action this turn. So can I use this?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So I got my Drain Bonded with that one stipulation, but
You're going to use it
I've
for
been-
another Disintegrate.
I can't. It needs to be 2 ranks lower than my highest, than the previous
Oh.
one. Wait, you need to use it before the end of your next turn. Okay. I'm like, wait, I wasn't going to use it. So I wasn't going to, and I'm still not. I was going to do something else, but since Scarlet has informed me that the electrical buffoonery has been removed, I will now attempt another attack.
Okay.
I will allow
gonna
her
say-
Would
to
that be
roll.
an aid with diplomacy? What would I do for that?
Deception.
I'm going to
Well,
say
no.
no. I mean,
You
I
as
would
a
let
player
you-
is lying to me, but your character probably doesn't think that.
I mean, based
I
on the
mean-
fact that you have, like, thievery, I'd be fine with you, like, dirty trick or something. I'd be fine with you, like, trying to use thievery to, like, get this thing off balance or whatever for his...
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll go with that then. Make the thievery check. I am a master in thievery, but that is only a 29.
Okay, that's still a critical. So I
Yep.
still get +2, right?
should be a +3, because she's a master.
Oh, cool. I love that for me. Excuse me. So let me remove this +2 and replace it with +3. Okay, and now it won't matter because I'll probably still miss. Ignition
Okay.
attack.
Bolt of
Aid.
flame flies from Cliff's hands.
I'm so glad I'm not playing next week. That's 3.
And
Goodbye.
it's a miss. Some miss, oh my god.
What are these rolls?
I'm having flashbacks to when I played Parsley.
The Trapweaver. Can't electrify its fangs. But I think it's kind of just like You know what? It's gonna start. No, here's what it's gonna do. It's gonna start with a step. It's just a step to the right. Then a web trap strike against the Amazon.
No.
Critical hit.
Mm.
You are immobilized.
Oof.
Where is it? There it is. And now I'm out of your reach, and so I'll give a quick little claw strike to Scarlet.
Nimble dodge again?
Will not save you here
Oh.
for 21 points of damage.
Alright.
Burp.
I am going to spend one action to move the vortex.
Okay.
I need a reflex save.
Reflex save. Here we go. Ooh. It's
That I believe is exactly a success.
exactly a success, so it will take half damage.
I'll even do this. Chat. There we go. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage.
Good.
Let's see how much I take.
Now, Sorcerer's Potency.
Mhm.
I'm gonna reread it here.
Should apply, I believe.
Well, it only applies once.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When you cast a spell, yes, I don't think it would apply in this instance.
hmm
Okay. We'll subtract it if need be. Go ahead and roll damage.
I can pull it out. It's just whether or not I have it ticked on or off.
Okay. Go ahead and take it off. Alright, so half damage, but it is still a good chunk of damage due to its weakness to fire.
Wonderful. That was one action.
Yeah.
Good. It's officially fearing the bird. Let's hit it with another disintegrate.
Okay. It's gotta work at some point.
Absolutely.
Statistically, it has to work at some point.
Fear the bird.
So let's start with the attack roll.
God damn it.
The attack
no,
roll
it's a
is
13.
exactly a success.
A hit.
I didn't see the 1, I only saw the 3.
Didn't think it was possible.
It will now make a fortitude save.
Oh, now?
And it fails its
Okay,
fortitude
okay.
save.
I was about to get so upset. Like, this is the dumbest spell I've ever read in my life.
I
mean,
didn't
it
know
deals so much damage.
I know, it's crazy. It's like, oh yeah,
Good.
the enemy
Fear
has
the bird.
50 chances to not take damage from this spell.
I mean,
My
the reason
best
is
favorite
because of
part
how
about
much
this.
it deals.
Yeah, do it.
Phoenix Bloodline is going to go on to this.
Yep.
So it's going to take 6 fire. It's going to take 6 from the Sorcerer's Potency.
Jesus
And then it's...
Okay, it had 65 hit points remaining.
Wow.
Fear the bird.
You get the full disintegrate effect. You know, it if you hit an object or force construct, I'm
That's
just gonna say
right.
it's destroyed completely. There's nothing
yeah.
left of the spider.
It turns into a fine powder.
Yep.
Alright, so next time when I play
Fear the
Yep,
bird.
there we go. Look at that. Disintegrated.
That's so cool! Yeah, Patrick's
Yeah.
the best. What the hell?
Dude, that's sick.
Good job, Foundry.
Let's go.
Nicely done, Foundry.
That's sick.
Oh my god.
Oh, I couldn't
That's
even
awesome.
breath of life it if I wanted. Literally, I couldn't.
So next time I play a class that has access to disintegrate, every spell slot is just going to be disintegrate, and I will hit at some point. I will have to.
Well, eventually, it will happen.
Trashy
3
Worm
times.
points out
but I must beat these guys.
the Trapweaver looks to Scarlet as it falls. Miss Scarlet, I don't feel so good. For it fades
was
into
waiting.
ash and dust, as Trashy Worm points out. Spider-Man Infinity War reference.
I didn't give it enough time to fear Burb.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to discuss the design of the Trapweaver here. You folks are welcome to stick around if you'd like, but I understand that this is not always the most interesting thing to talk about. And we also cover it on the Monster Monday video itself. But players, you guys have been given access to check out the Trapweaver here. As you get it open, I just want to say to those of you leaving at this point who have you've seen it and you're like, we're good. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging out. We will be back next week with another Monster Mash. So hopefully we see you around again then. Have a good one. Now, for everybody sticking around, that fight took us 6 rounds. It went a little bit longer than our usual combats, but I want to hear first impressions.
I think it's really cool. The ability to change poisons is awesome.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite
That
The
was
Taylor
actually
toxin.
part
dope,
of it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that is. So this is another Horizon Zero Dawn inspired machine, created by Cameron McLeod and illustrated by Spooky Activity. The Trapweaver. Now his Trapweaver, he built it for D&D 5e, and its main thing was it could switch between electrifying or poisoning its fangs. I kind of built on those a little bit. Obviously, it has the electrify action it can take. Or I like the idea of have it being able to adapt to the enemies it faces, and as we saw with Taylor Toxin, change that for stupefied on the casters. Or if you guys hadn't gotten rid of it so quickly, I was going to try to enfeeble the barbarian or something.
Mm-hmm.
Any other comment on first impressions, or should we start talking numbers? Perfect.
No, I think
Excellent.
this thing's awesome. Very cool.
So the Trapweaver features both a high strength and dexterity. It has a moderate constitution, and then a low wisdom as its final positive ability score. Its perception is low. It's a little bit more reliant on its webs catching stuff, things like that. It's not super on the lookout. It has a high stealth skill, and then a moderate acrobatics and athletics just based on its strength and dexterity. Its armor class at a 33 is high, and its components at an AC 35 is a point below extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Hit point wise, now I do want to point out it's got some solid resistances both to acid and electricity, but has weaknesses to both fire and water-based damage. These kind of balance each other out and led to me using a moderate pool of hit points for it. In regards to its saves, it has a high reflex, a moderate fortitude, and then a low will, since it is just a machine. Also, its resistances and weaknesses are kind of moderate for its level. They're in between the max and minimum. And then its strikes, it has a high bonus for its claws and fangs, a moderate bonus for its web. Then its damage-wise, it does have... Okay, yeah, so fangs are moderate damage since they feature its poison, and its claws are low damage since it has, the agile trait and stuff on them. That covers the basic numbers. Oh, it is pretty fast with 35-foot movement speed and climb speed. Any questions on any of that? Any concerns? Anything you think that should be changed, or do the numbers feel fine?
I do have a question.
Certainly, yeah.
Water for water, is that something like with the water trait?
Yep.
Because water itself, okay.
Yes.
I guess that would be like holy
Yep. Yep.
because there's no like holy damage. Okay, that's fine.
So do we
Yeah.
all feel
So
good?
guess what?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I was going to say like create water above it would have it do the weakness.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just an immediate example, yeah. Or any, but like he also said anything with water trait.
Yep. Hydraulic push and
Um,
stuff.
it being a cool spider, should its speeds be higher? Like Cliff has a 35 speed.
I mean, 35 is already 10 feet faster than most characters.
That's fair. Let me see. I don't.
I mean, I could maybe go up to 40. I wouldn't want to go too much higher than
Wait.
it's because it's not
At,
like
at the
it's
very least, maybe with the climbing. I feel like as a spider, it being able to climb faster than it could walk normally, maybe makes sense. But
yeah. I mean, the thing is like it's not like meant to be really a skirmish or anything like that. It's not like themed entirely around speed. It's got some stuff in there to like use, but like
mhm.
it's not like its purpose. Okay. Sounds like we're good there. Numbers wise. Feel free to let me know if you guys have any disagreement there. So let's cover the passives real quick. I just threw up, well here, let's do components. So yeah, like I said, a point below extreme AC. It has its charge cell and its toxin catalyzers, which you guys both removed. It also has its spinnerets, which you can disable to stop its web strike and cause them to explode and briefly web it up as well.
Hmm.
It also has, you can disable its spring joints to disable its predatory leap and reduce its speeds. It should probably say, you know what, I do think I see something I need to alter. Takes a minus foot status penalty to all of its, and there
You
we
could
go.
probably just say to its speeds. And just do speeds as plural.
When I see it worded, I think it usually ends up kind of looking like how it does with that rewrite.
Fair enough.
And then yeah, but how do you guys feel about those components and stuff? You guys targeted it more, and I think like maybe that made the fight go on a little bit longer, but it also stopped it from poisoning you guys.
I think seeing. I don't think it ever did the clumsy. Did it do the clumsy poison on anybody?
The first time you guys were hit with
Yes.
it would have been clumsy poison, but you guys succeeded at your saves.
Okay.
It hit
Uh,
someone on the second one, and I
Yeah,
think
it
it
hit
was
me.
you, and you had
The
it for all of
whatever it's called.
yeah,
Stupefied.
and then it hit you. I could have sworn you hit it, got a stupefied for longer. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was only for one round.
Yeah, I got the stupefied poison on you, but not the clumsy poison
Mhm.
on you. It tried to.
I don't remember where I was going with that. Yeah, I think it's cool. I like them all. I think those are all fun.
Okay.
And I think the reason that it took so long is because we kept rolling really badly.
Right, that was the other issue. Also, the escape DC there is a high DC for its level. It obviously has Uncanny Climber, so it can just shoot up walls and stuff. It has the Weaver Venom. I have talked about this. I'm just prone to using a moderate DC when it comes to poisons. Damage is kind of low. And the condition, whatever it afflicts, ramps up to 3. But yeah, it can just change out whatever it needs to depending on the sort of enemies it faces. And then Web Trap is a high DC to escape. Alright, any issue with its passive abilities? Do we think those are all good?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm reading.
I mean, a lot of these just like come from other creatures. Like obviously, Weaver venom is kind of its own thing, but the concept of venom is borrowed from spiders and snakes and lots of other creatures like that. So there's probably not anything terribly new in any of the wording.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
As for its activated abilities, we do have Electrify. This lasts until the start of its next turn. Just gives it an average of 7 extra damage, which usually bumps up most of its strikes by about 1 step, a little bit more than 1 step. And then we also saw like when it gets a crit, it leaves an enemy stunned because the
Mhm.
shock kind of
Mhm.
stuns them. We've already talked about Taylor Toxin, and then it's got its Predatory Leap, which uses a high DC, knocks you prone, and has some basis in the like bullet sleeping charge. This was actually my attempt because Cam designed it with an ability to like sort of drop from its web on enemies. This
Mhm.
was my attempt at trying to kind of recreate that. How do we feel about it?
2 things.
Ooh, okay.
One regarding Electrify, one regarding Predatory Leap.
Certainly.
Electrify. In the combat, you had done it until the end of its next turn, because you had hit with electricity on the second turn, if I'm not mistaken. Do you feel like that would be better?
No, there was 2 turns where I used. Are you talking about when I
Oh, did you
hit?
use it again and I just missed it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I remember reading something that said until the end of its next turn, but maybe I was just reading one of my spells. I don't remember.
Yeah, I did not change any wording on Electrify.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess I'll still ask that. Do you feel like using an action so that it can modify like
2 strikes. Well, yeah, that's what I was
just
gonna.
that?
Well, so here's the thing I was thinking about. I was thinking about taking advantage of Electrify and Predatory Leap, and maybe giving this thing Reactive Strike,
Mm,
which would be another strike that could
Mm.
benefit from Electrify.
I think that would be good. Honestly, looking at it, I'm kind of thinking it's very good. It doesn't. I guess a lot of the complexities in the Taylor Toxin, just thinking is like, oh, it doesn't really have a lot going on. But I think Reactive Strike would be really good to either get an extra electric damage from Electrify
Mhm.
or capitalize if they're knocked prone with Predatory Leap. I
Okay,
think that would be very good.
then yeah, I'm
It
cool
would
with
be
adding
very
that.
useful for it.
Yeah.
And then if that's the case, then I feel like Electrify has more potential to get used. So I think it's good as is then.
Okay.
Predatory Leap. Is it with or without map? It doesn't state.
It is with map, because like I said,
Okay.
this is based off of the Bullet, which also makes them with map.
Gotcha. I would assume they default, I just know some abilities, at least I guess probably for a lot of feats, I feel like they call out whether or not they do.
Yeah. And I think on monsters too. Like I think the oh no, I literally used the Arzuros like on Friday, and
How'd he
you
go?
did right that it went pretty well. They almost didn't do the flanking, and I was like, please, someone move into flanking so I could do the
Oh yeah,
reaction.
it's such a
But
fun reaction on that one.
yeah, it went well. But that I think your the advancing swipes that those don't increase, and I think you do call that out that they don't
Yep.
increase.
Yeah, I call it out when it doesn't, but
Yeah,
like
when it
I think
doesn't,
a
which
lot of the
makes sense.
time, if it does just increase normally, they don't call it out in monsters,
Yeah.
mostly to save space.
Hmm.
Which and I think that's probably why, because on characters they half assume that you might not think about it for some reason, which is a totally a fair thing to call out.
Hmm.
But okay, fair enough.
So yeah, it's got, it has
But
a
yeah, I think
pretty
they're all good.
solid turn. Like if it gets to jump on enemies from up above, it can start off with Electrify, then do a predatory leap, try to knock some people prone, hopefully get 2 strikes in there. Get Electrify on both of them, and then when those enemies it landed amongst try to stand up, it can try to get another kind of Electrify proc in there.
Let me read something really
That gives it
quick.
a very powerful, like, sort of opening salvo. Or if it has stuff it can climb up on, repeat salvos, kind of.
The only thing I'm thinking is that you need to call out that it doesn't need to stride 10 feet before making this long jump. If it doesn't,
Ooh,
because otherwise it will automatically fail.
that's true.
Trapweaver long jumps. It doesn't need to stride 10 feet before doing so, and doesn't automatically fail if it doesn't. I'm just gonna throw that in there because I think that's usually how they word it.
I think so.
We'll remove that.
Destination being the final spot. Okay.
There you are. In case you want it. Because yeah, quick jump.
Yep, that's what I was trying to remember the wording of.
I knew exactly what you were going for because that's exactly what my brain like did too, and I was like, oh, I can just pull it up.
Or does it fail if... Okay. Any other... Yes.
One little clarifying.
No.
If it lands next to one person, can both of these strikes be on that same person?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it needs to spell that out.
No, I just wanted to be sure
I
because I
just...
think
When I...
every instance of it being used was on 2 different people.
No, when it landed, I think it directed both of its strikes against Scarlet when it landed, didn't it?
I took 2 attacks in a row.
Okay,
while
I
on
don't
the
remember.
ground. I was
Yep.
trying to shore up the first attack with my nimble dodge, but I failed. So.
Yep. Well, excellent. I think that covers our discussion on it, unless you guys have anything else you think it should have, or any other comments, questions, or concerns regarding it.
I do have a quick comment. If you go to effects, it has the disintegrated effect, and if you expand on it, it says maybe it's a treatable condition.
Well, on that note, we're gonna close out here. Thank you everybody who came out to watch this live or who are watching this on YouTube. We appreciate having you, and we will be back next week to test out a new monster. Until then, stay safe, be good, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.